Rally. A crew, the machine, and a stage. Trying to reach the end in the quickest possible time in one piece. Where a split-second decision can mean the difference between gaining a crucial time advantage on your opponents and disaster. Thanks to sim racing, those of us not fortunate enough to be able to rally in real life can at least emulate the thrill that drivers must feel risking it all for faster stage time. And in the case of online time trials, risking it all for the chance to say you have travelled from point A to point B through tight twisty corners, over bumps and crests, weaving between narrow snowbanks, rocks, trees, sheer drops, faster than any other driver on Earth. Understandably, owning an outright world record is the goal of many sim rally drivers. However, watching a replay of one of these runs shows that achieving a world record is no mean feat. The precision required to brake as late as possible without locking up, to execute the perfect line through a corner inches away from an obstacle like a rock, tree stump or stone wall, or to simply have the bravery to send it harder than anyone else, is not something just anyone can do. While sim rally drivers have a few things to their advantage compared to real-world rally drivers, such as being able to attempt the same stage an infinite number of times at full speed, any EA WRC driver will know that developing the skills to even get in the ballpark of one of these times requires hours of dedicated practice. For one of us mere mortals, as casual sim racers with 9-to-5 jobs and other life responsibilities, these achievements are simply out of reach. Or are they? The other day, I found myself on Reddit. I say that as if I haven't spent a significant amount of time over the last decade on Reddit, but anyway, I came across this post from user Katron, which provides us with a statistical analysis of EA WRC's time trial mode. This shows us information such as the most popular rally locations, car classes, and combinations of these that players have attempted in the game. Now, I don't know about you, but I found this stuff really interesting, as it gives us insight into what players enjoy and don't enjoy about the game. Understandably, the top class WRC Rally 1 cars are the most popular, with the 1997 to 2011 WRC cars also being popular class, probably because of some of the legendary cars that competed in that era. I mean, come on, look at this lineup. In terms of rally locations, it would make sense that Monte Carlo stages have been attempted the most, as this appears as the first location in the list. This is probably skewed a bit by the fact that if players want to jump into a stage quickly to test something or to get some quick practice in, they would most likely do that here. As well as showing us the most popular combinations of locations and car classes, this data also shows us the least popular of these, which got me thinking. If we take an unpopular car to an unpopular stage where not that many people have attempted a record, could we be in with a chance of owning an EA WRC world record? Well, in this video, that's what we're going to find out. First things first, we need to choose a stage. As mentioned in the Reddit post, the least popular locations are Greece with 222,000 overall attempts,
Fuck you, Malaka!
Norway with 179,000 total attempts, and Corsica with 161,000 total attempts. I'll drop a link to the Reddit post and the whole dataset in the description of this video for anybody who's interested enough to check it out. As for reasons why these locations are unpopular, we are open to speculate about this. Greece was added as DLC in the Hard Chargers pack back in March 2025. Corsica is likely unpopular due to the aforementioned performance issues. And Norway, I'm actually not sure about. Maybe it's just forgettable, as it isn't different enough from the other snow rally location, Sweden. In terms of car classes, the least popular classes are the 2012 to 2016 WRC cars with 151,000 total record attempts, Group B rear-wheel drive with 143,000 attempts, and Rally 3 with 78,000 attempts. The unpopularity of WRC cars from this era is intriguing, as all three cars are quite interesting as well as fun and engaging to drive. As to why it's unpopular, if I had to guess, I would say it's similar to Rally Norway, in that it doesn't offer much from a driving perspective you can't get from other classes, and maybe not enough time has passed for these cars to be considered legendary yet. As for Rally 3, this class was also added to the game late via DLC, also around the time the game was receiving the most negative press for being canned early. You know, let's not get into that. They're also just a bit dull and tame to drive thanks to being capable four-wheel drive rally cars, just with way less power and aero than their bigger brothers in Rally 2 and Rally 1. And there are only 2 cars to choose from in this class. As for Group B rear-wheel drive, yeah, no, I get why these things are unpopular. No, seriously, these things are absolute death traps. So, you're probably thinking now that the next logical step will be to take a Rally 3 car to Corsica and that will be set for an automatic world record. And no, that's actually not what we're going to be doing. In the data, aside from these meta trends of popular and unpopular classes and locations, K-Tron has also published some combinations with very few attempts overall. And this is how we have selected our car and stage combination for our attempt. In this video we are going to be taking on Sweden's Örsmark stage in an H1 front-wheel drive car, which as of the date of K-Tron's Reddit post only had 34 record attempts. As of the time of making this video there's over 70, so it looks like we're not the only ones attempting this. It's also one of the least popular stages in the game overall, with only around 3,000 attempts across classes and less than 1,400 in the most popular by far WRC Rally 1 class. Based on this, I might even have a shot at breaking the top 50 in WRC machinery. H1 front-wheel drive is the slowest class of car in the game, probably why on a 10km stage with mostly fast straights, it's not exactly popular. Also there's like 4 stages in Rally Sweden which are just variations of the same stretch of road, so maybe the others are just better than this one, I'm not sure. As for the car, we have the choice between 2 rally legends of the 1960s, the Lancia Fulvia and Mini Cooper S, and the Vauxhall Nova, which, if you're from the UK like me, you probably associate more with this than rallying. However, the car in-game is modelled off the one driven in real life by the one and only Colin McRae, which is pretty cool. Also, in spite of being the heaviest car in this class, and having less power than the Lancia Fulvia, it does seem to be the meta car in this class. And I actually really like this thing. While there are several other of these vulnerable records listed in the comments from K-Tron, I chose this one as I quite like the fast-flowing snowy roads of Sweden, and aside from enjoying sending slow cars harder than they are ever supposed to be sent, there's something really comical to me about attempting to set a record in the slowest class of car in the game. With a stage that no one likes and a car no one bothers to drive selected, it was time for our record attempt to begin. The first few runs went alright. Up until now I hadn't driven this stage at all in any car, so I'm still learning it. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't think the pace notes in this game are very good. This corner is a great example of this.
Small crest to 1 left, opens and 4 left.
After a few attempts I was able to log a 6:53.7, which was good enough for 9th on the leaderboard. After a few more attempts, and a few more hideous accidents, I managed to shave a few more seconds off this time, logging a 6:47, good enough for 10th in the world overall. However, I was still 17 seconds off the Finnish driver in the top spot. While my 6:47 run was by no means flawless, I really couldn't see myself going a whole 17 seconds faster. At this point, I really considered giving up. 10th in the world is still pretty good, right? Then, I noticed that while the top 3 times were all very close, and a long way off my current time, the 4th place time was almost 8 seconds slower than these. While I would still need to find around 9 seconds to match this time, this seemed far more achievable than reaching the very top. From this point, this became my new goal, putting together one final good run, shaving 9 seconds off my time and reaching 4th in the world. Did I manage it? Well, let's find out.